Hello everyone. Today we are going to learn a new lesson from supplementary, and the title of the lesson is Golu Grows a Nose, which is written by Rudyard Kipling. Students, do you know, you might have noticed your younger brother or sister or small kids who are having many questions. Whenever we meet them, generally they are so cute, but also they are having many questions because they are always eager to learn something new. They are always eager to know something new. That is why they are having many questions. Same thing is here in this story, where Golu is a small elephant. Actually, if you see the name Golu, Golu generally it is a nickname, and here Golu is an elephant, small baby who is having a small nose. Generally an elephant has a long trunk, but here in the story Golu, he does not have this thing. That is why he is so worried about his nose. And how the story goes till the Golu grows the nose. You can see here how the nose of an elephant is very small. This is Golu, and in this story you will see a crocodile is there, then snake is there, then certain birds are there. So how the story goes, let us see. Now we will talk about Golu. A small baby elephant, he had no trunk but only a bulgy nose as small as a boot. You can see here in the picture, the small baby elephant is there who does not have trunk but a small nose, and that is why its nose looks like a boot. He could not pick things with it. He was full of questions. Now, as I told you, the small elephant, he is having many questions in his mind. Why he doesn't have this type of trunk as other elephants are having, and because of that he is not able to pick things. Generally, if you notice the elephant is always using his trunk to eat, to drink, or to do other activities. So trunk is also its hand. So that is why he does not have, and he is having many questions in his mind. How he asks to other animals? Let us see. Now, what are the questions which are asked by the elephant? You can see here. You can see this picture. A small nose is there, which is not longer than this. Why don't you even fly like other birds? He asked his tall uncle giraffe. What makes you so sporty? Why don't you even fly like other birds? He is asking to ostrich. Ostrich is the bird which cannot fly. That is why the elephant is asking, why don't you fly like other birds? And also he is asking to the giraffe. What he is asking? He asks his tall uncle giraffe. You can see here the giraffe is the tall animal. He is asking to him, what makes you so sporty? You can see here the giraffe is having spotted skin. So that is why he is asking, why you are having this type of skin? Other question, he asked his huge uncle hippopotamus. You can see here is, this is hippopotamus. You may be familiar with this, and he is asking to it, why are your eyes so red? His eyes are always red. That is why he is asking, why your eyes are always red. He asked his hairy uncle, the baboon, why do you melons taste like melons? So like that he is asking to all the birds and animals, whoever is meeting to him, he is asking and he is trying to get the answer. But The ostrich, the giraffe, the hippopotamus, the baboons had no answer to Golu's question. Now, the the Golu is asking to all the animals like ostrich is there, giraffe is there, hippopotamus is there, then baboon is there. All these animals, they do not have answer of Golu's question, and at the end of that, what do they say? They say Golu is a naughty boy, they remarked. They are having only one answer, that is Golu is a naughty boy, they remarked. They say that Golu is a so naughty, that is why, and like that they remark. Now, one day Golu asked Mina bird, what does the crocodile have for dinner? Now, same way, whoever meets him, Golu is asking many questions. Same thing, he asked to a bird also. And what did he ask? What does the crocodile have for dinner? Golu wants to know what the crocodile is having for the dinner. Then the Mira said, go to the bank of great Limpopo river and find out. Golu went home. What happened? When he asked to the bird, Mina, and the bird says, no, I too do not know what the crocodile is having for dinner. Why don't you go to the river and see yourself? And he suggested him that to go to bank of the great Limpopo river. There is a big river where many types of crocodiles, they are living there, and the bird suggested him, you go yourself and try to find out what is the reality. Then now before go to the river, Golu is trying to prepare himself. He is collecting something, he is gathering something for his journey. What he is collecting? 100 sugar canes. He is carrying with him 100 sugar canes, 50 dozen bananas, 25 melons, and left for the Limpopo river. So Golu was knowing that the Limpopo river is little far, so for his journey he is carrying all these things for the journey so that he could be comfortable there. The python uncoiled himself from branch of a tree but said nothing. You can see here, this is python. Python is coiled here, it is hanging there on the branch of the tree, and the python is noticing that Golu is going somewhere and Golu is having certain type of questions, but knowingly he does not say anything, and he simply noticing this gentleman. Golu politely helped him to coil around the branch and bid goodbye to him. He did not say, but he just he noticed, he saw him, and after that he went away from there. Then now after that Golu is going to the Limpopo river. After a few days, Golu finally reached the river and found a creature winkling at him. Now after few days, Golu reached the destination and he found that such type of creature was lying there and it was winkling at him. You can see here, this is the creature who was winkling at the Golu, and if you see this, it seems like it is dead one, but it is not like that. It is just waiting for its prey, waiting for its opportunity. So you can see here, python coiled himself round, and when he went there, now Golu he was very eager to know what is that creature which is winkling at him. He went close to the creature and as he asked, "What is that?" And the crocodile also, he was also very happy that his dinner was coming near to him. That is why he was also very happy, and as the Golu reached to the crocodile, crocodile catch his nose, and you know the Golu, he was having always question regarding his nose, and the crocodile he catch on his nose and he was pulling him into the water. Now seeing this, so far Python was his good friend. He was following Golu silently without making aware to Golu. He was simply following to the Golu, and when he saw that Golu was in danger, he came near to the Golu. Python coiled himself round Golu's stomach and said, "Let's pull harder." You can see here like this. The Golu is standing here at the bank of the river, and the crocodile he catch Golu's nose and it was pulling him into the water. Seeing this, Python was so worried that he need to help to Golu because he was in danger, and Golu dug all his forelegs in the mud and pulled. Now crocodile was also pulling Golu, and Golu was also pulling by the Python from the out of the river. So this way the nose was becoming longer and longer. How? The nose kept on stretching. Now both were pulling, crocodile as well as Golu. So in that way the nose kept on stretching. At each pull the nose grew longer and longer, and it hurt Golu. Of course the nose was stretching longer and longer, but at the same time Golu was also hurt. The nose was now 5 feet long, but it was free at last. Now you can see here in the picture, the Python is here, he is pulling to Golu, and Golu he himself is pulling, and crocodile he is also pulling Golu's nose, and this way his nose becoming longer and longer, and now the nose was 5 feet long, but it was free at last. At last the nose was free from the crocodile. Then what happened? Golu sat down with his nose wrapped up in a big banana. Now Golu was so worried. Before he was so worried. Why? Because his nose was very small. He was not having trunk like other elephants. But here when he got this type of thing, now he is again worried. Why? Because he had a long nose. He had long trunk. Now what happened? He was waiting that this trunk, this nose could be shrink. Now he sat there for 2 days waiting for his nose to cool down and shrink. Yes, now the nose was paining, and also it had become longer, and the Golu was waiting that his nose could be cool down, and also he was waiting that this could be shrinked. It grew cold, but it didn't shrink. What happened? Now Golu was waiting. You can see here in the picture how the nose has become longer and longer, and Golu is waiting that this nose could be cooled down. Of course it is cooled down, but it could not shrink. It grew cold, but it could not shrink. At the end of the second day, a fly came and stuck Golu on the shoulder. You can see here in the picture, the Golu is sitting here waiting for something, and a fly was sitting on his shoulder. Golu lifted his long nose. Now we can say, we cannot say nose, now it has become a trunk, and with it hit the fly dead. You can see a fly sitting here, and Golu, his nose has become now trunk, and with the help of trunk he hit the fly with his, and the fly is dead now. Now Python hissed. So far Python is always nearby him, he is always supporter of Golu. He noticed and he said, advantage number 1, you couldn't have done with a small nose. The Python is trying to realize Golu that how his long trunk, long nose is helpful to him. He did this because of his long trunk. You couldn't have done with a small nose. If you had a small nose, you would have not done this. He is trying to make him realize. Next, then the Python suggested Golu to eat a little. After that he said, why you are simply sitting, you are always worried about the nose. Now forget it and try to have something good, and that way he is suggesting. What did he say? Golu put out his trunk and plucked a large bundle of grass. Before he was not able to do so because his nose was very small. Now his nose has become trunk. With the help of trunk he is plucked a large bundle of grass, and he is able to eat, he is able to drink. He dusted it against his forelegs and stuffed it into his mouth. Yes, it was very easy for Golu to eat grass and to pick up other things. Advantage number 2, again his the Python. Python is always trying to help him, he is always trying to make him understand that how useful your trunk is. Then Golu scooped up some mud from the bank and slapped it on its head. Advantage number 3, hissed the Python. Python, again he is reminding him. Advantage number 3, with the help of this you couldn't have done this with a small nose. And so far you are worried about the trunk, you think that this is not good, but it is good for you. You can see here. That's when Golu felt better and was grateful to Mr. Python. He thanked him and felt to go back to his family. Now what happened? The Golu was so happy that Python, who was his friend, he is trying to make him understand how useful his trunk is. Before his trunk was very small nose was there, and he was worried. Why? Because his other friends, they were having trunk, he was having only nose. Now his nose has become long trunk, so Python is trying to make him realize, yes, the trunk is very useful for him. So this way a small nose has become a long trunk, and Python, who is his friend, is trying to make him understand, yes, the trunk is very useful. And at the end of the story, Golu was very happy, and now he was ready to go to his family and share this message that whatever he got in the Limpopo river with the help of crocodile. So dear students, the story ends here. Thank you. Take care.